I was 10 when my teacher asked us to write a short story about our best friend. I looked at mine and smiled. I then wrote everything I knew about him. Once we're done, the teacher asked for volunteers to read our story out loud. My best friend went first. I was not in his story.
Brushing your teeth in the shower feels so freaking good. You can get as sloppy as you want in there. This is how it feels to go toothpaste crazy in the shower. One difference between cats and dogs is that dogs do absolutely nothing to mask their clinginess, while cats pretend it's a coincidence they're in the same room as you 97% of the time.
The fact I am laying on your face means nothing.
My Romanian neighbor asked me if it was okay if my son had some snacks. I asked which kind, and he said, "The cat with measles, cheesy cat measles." Cheetos. He was talking about Cheetos. Remembering a time many years ago when a crow died and fell onto my driveway. Their family were gathered and calling. I moved the deceased to a peaceful place under a tree and laid a flower beside them. Several times over the next few weeks, I found a flower on my doorstep. On a similar note, Dracula was written in 1897. Due to the year it takes place, Count Dracula could have theoretically worn Levi's jeans, consumed Coca-Cola, and owned a Nintendo product. Last month, my cat disappeared. A week ago, I found him and brought him home. Today, my cat came back. Now I have 2 identical cats.
Used to date a guy who was 6'4" and I'm 5'2". And one time we were arguing and he took a picture of me from his eye level to show me what I looked like from his perspective. And honestly, that was so disrespectful.
This eye-hole thought that just because he was driving some fancy, expensive vehicle, he could go as fast as he wanted and weave in between cars. So I got in front of him and slowed down to 10 mph below the speed limit El Mao. Freaking ambulances, I swear.
Friendly reminder that if your furry friends get scared in thunderstorms, you should try and comfort them, or better yet, get them a thundercoat, or just hug them really tight. Whatever you do, remember that they have feelings too, and if you can help them, do.
I thought this post was about furries, and I'm hecking sobbing.
Kitten, why aren't you responding? Is there another alpha talking to you? Do I need to reassert my dominance? I'm very angry, and I don't know if I'll be able to contain my rage much longer, kitten.
Please, fire me. I work at McDonald's, and last week, I spent 15 minutes trying to explain to an old man that we do not sell hot dogs. McDogs, as he claimed it. Then he threatened to report me for withholding products from him.
He's from an alternate timeline.
The McDogs man actually proves the multiverse theory. Elmo, I'm at my school talent show and dude says, "Before I begin, I want to make sure this mic is working. If your name is Michael, please stand up." Then a couple dudes stand up. And he goes, "That concludes the mic check."
Who's the most dangerous human alive right now?
My cousin Randy posts a lot of pictures on Facebook of skeletons riding motorcycles and stuff with captions about how loyal he is, but if you betray him, he can be your worst nightmare, so probably him.
I have lived next to the same guy for 3 years. Thought his name was Steve. I call him Steve. His name is Steve in my phone. I've been to his apartment. We've had dinner. His name is Brian. His dog is Steve.
Do you do? Sock, sock, shoe, shoe. Or sock, shoe, sock, shoe.
What kind of a sociopath does sock shoe?
I don't know what's funnier, pets with stereotypical human names, like Brian and Michaela, or pets with completely ridiculous names, like Hamburger and Concrete.
Counterpoint both, one of each. These are my cats, Switchboard and Gary.
If you put a bee in the freezer, it will get cold and fall asleep. After it's asleep, put it in your mouth, but don't eat it. Just let it sit there. It will get warm and wake up. Now you have a bee in your mouth.
Why the heck would I do that?
Wings used to be a poor man's food, a working man's delight. A cheap lunch expense on a Wing Wednesday at 25 cents a piece. Now they're over $15 for just 10 in a lot of places. We have lost our way in this country. Lost what made us a beacon of light in the world.